Brittney Griner was in a Russian prison. You would think that somebody who is now free, back in America on home soil, would not have too much to complain.
Have you noticed some of Brittney Griner's strange behavior around WNBA Commissioner Catherine Engelbert? This might actually be the real reason she's still in the league.
Another example of that is Brittney Griner. Brittney Griner made news. And Brittney Griner made news the other day because why?
So, Stephen A. Smith just exposed the WNBA's woke agenda by revealing some disturbing truths about Brittney Griner, and it sent the entire league into chaos. Now y'all know Stephen doesn't deal in half-truths or exaggerations. It's facts or nothing. And that's why his revelation about Brittney Griner's alleged DNA results has left her spiraling in public. Before we get into that bombshell, let's talk about how fans have been reacting to her increasingly bizarre on-court behavior. After Stephen went off on Brittney, everything started clicking. The aggression toward other players, the random elbows, the slurs, the unhinged online rants. It's all connected. And at the center of it all is the question that's been haunting fans for years. Is Brittney really who she says she is? People are connecting the dots now, and it's not looking good. So what exactly do these so-called documents say about Brittney? And why does it seem like the WNBA is going to extreme lengths to protect her? Let's break it down.
Brittney Griner, who was imprisoned in Russia, in a man's prison, which I had no idea.
Is under fire for extremely aggressive behavior portrayed toward Caitlin Clark, the rookie from last year, the one that has everybody's focus in the WNBA. And this incident has, of course, gone viral online, but also sparked up some other skeletons in Brittney's closet that she probably wants to stay hidden.
For the last few weeks, Brittney Griner has been under heavy fire from WNBA fans for her questionable behavior toward other players on the court. But what really sent conspiracy theories into overdrive were Stephen A. Smith's shocking comments about her during a recent interview. In that conversation on the Valuetainment podcast, Brittney's alleged bullying of other players, especially Caitlin Clark, became the hot topic, and they didn't hold back. Stephen in the panel called Brittney out for being a bully, ungrateful, and undeserving of everything the sport and the country had done for her. But the internet lost its mind when Stephen claimed to have bombshell documents revealing Brittney's real DNA. And it was not what anyone expected. So, how did Stephen supposedly get hold of this DNA test in the first place? According to reports, Brittney was required to undergo several medical tests while she was imprisoned in Russia. What was never made public, however, is that Russian authorities allegedly ran a DNA analysis from those same samples, and the results reportedly showed some unexplained traits that could explain parts of her physical performance and behavior on the court. For years, people have whispered about Brittney's extreme athleticism, far beyond what's typical even for elite WNBA players. And now those rumors are resurfacing louder than ever.
Remembering who they let out to get her back.
The
on
Merchant
American
of
soil.
Death.
The Merchant of Death. An arms dealer that wanted to kill American citizens, according to the reports. That's who they let out. For her. You would think that you would be smiling, you would be ecstatic, you would be happy, and something like this wouldn't faze you at all. The fact that it does is disturbing. I'll leave it at that.
Other players have reported getting injured during regular training, and opponents often leave games bruised from Brittney's elbows. We've all seen the clips of her fouling Caitlin Clark, right? Sure, the game can get heated and physical, but that still doesn't explain why others end up hurt while Brittney walks away untouched. Unless, of course, she has a genetic makeup that gives her a physical edge. There's a reason men's and women's sports are separated. Males and females have different builds, strengths, and stamina. So, if one player seems to have all those advantages combined, what does that really say? Fans quickly started connecting the dots. Suddenly, all those random viral moments from the past didn't seem so random anymore. Like that infamous poolside video. Why didn't Instagram flag it for nudity when it clearly showed her chest uncovered? Any other woman would have had that post taken down instantly. Yet Brittney's video stayed up without a single warning. And to be clear, this isn't about judging someone's identity, it's about the facts that keep adding up. Even her aggressive playstyle has always stood out, far more intense than most of her peers. But the real turning point came when Stephen A. Smith got his hands on those alleged records, and he didn't stay quiet. In his recent interview, Stephen spoke his mind without holding back. He hinted that there's a lot more behind Brittney's story than anyone's letting on, and when he brought up her Russian prison stint, his tone shifted. You could tell he knew something he wasn't supposed to say. Fans could feel it. Whatever those records revealed, Stephen's reaction made one thing clear. This story runs much deeper than the WNBA wants the world to believe.
Fans in every sport. She described the fans.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what sport you are. It doesn't matter what sport you pick. That's how fans act in every arena. In every arena.
Now, as you guys probably know, Brittney was exchanged for Victor Bout, the infamous Merchant of Death, which many already found. Controversial, but here's where things get confusing. Brittney was only arrested for smuggling and possessing a small amount of cannabis. So why would the government trade a basketball player caught with weed for a convicted arms dealer responsible for supplying? Weapons used to unalive innocent people? It didn't make sense on the surface, and that's exactly why so many people believed something deeper was going on. And according to Stephen A. Smith, they were right. During his interview, Stephen heavily implied that there was way more to Brittney's exchange than the public was told. He kept emphasizing that Brittney ought to be grateful, which made people wonder if the WNBA itself had a hand in protecting her. And here's where it gets dark. The running theory is that the WNBA knew that if Brittney had stayed in that Russian prison any longer, the truth about her real medical records would have come out, the ones the league allegedly edited to help her qualify for play. Fans online agreed with Stephen's take. One comment read, "I generally don't like Stephen A. Smith, but he nailed it here, absolutely nailed it." Another said, "If Griner is female, why was she held in a Russian male prison?" But that wasn't all. Stephen also called out Brittney for a rant she made about the WNBA itself. A quote started making rounds online where Brittney reportedly said, "WNBA games used to be a chill, quiet place. You could bring your laptop, relax, maybe even get some work done. But now it's like there are these huge crowds watching us from the stands, some of them yelling crazy stuff, putting pressure on us to score, like we're there for their entertainment. And that's pretty gross." She even added, "The whole thing is toxic. I saw a guy with his daughter in the crowd, both of them yelling. Couldn't hear what they were saying exactly. But it was either about my performance or some light racism. Definitely one of the two."
Brittney, a few weeks ago, you fouled out of an Indiana Fever game. Cameras caught you saying something on the bench. It's hard to tell what you said. Can you tell us what you said?
I remember fouling out, being mad. I remember fouling out on, I believe it was Howard, driving to the basket. They said I put my hand in. But hey, never really had to with officiating, so.
But what did you say?
I really can't remember what I said, honestly.
If I showed you the video, would that help?
No, it wouldn't help.
It wouldn't help?
The entire post sounded like something straight out of a skit. And to be fair, the original post came from a meme account known for satire. But here's the thing. While that post may have been a joke, it oddly mirrors how the public actually feels, especially now that Stephen A. Smith is making bold claims. He argued that if this was how Brittney truly felt, then she wasn't just disrespecting the sport itself. She was disrespecting the fans who pay to watch her play, and the teammates who give their all every single game. But here's where things get even more interesting. Stephen A. didn't just bring speculation to the table, came with what he called documentation, proof that could confirm what people have quietly suspected for years, that Brittney Griner may be violating one of the WNBA's most fundamental eligibility rules. And clearly, this revelation has Brittney spiraling because her behavior, both publicly and privately, has been off the rails lately. We all saw her meltdown after getting fouled out of that game by Caitlin Clark, to the point she appeared to throw a slur at her. A lot of fans insist Brittney actually said whack effing call, not white effing girl or trash. And Brittney herself claims she doesn't even remember saying a slur at all. But the damage was already done, and with all the other rumors flying around, Brittney is starting to look pettier by the minute. As if that wasn't bad enough, reports are now surfacing that the league itself might be protecting her as part of their so-called woke agenda. I mean, think about it. If the Russians could uncover all that from just a few medical tests, how come the WNBA never launched their own investigation? Could it be because they already knew about Brittney's DNA and decided to protect her to avoid the massive backlash that would come if the truth got out? Now, to be clear, none of these claims have been officially confirmed, but whether the medical documents are legit or just internet smoke, people are taking them seriously and sharing their thoughts online. One person wrote, "Make her pay back every penny she's earned under false pretenses." And honestly, some would call that fair. Others have even suggested it could amount to identity theft or falsifying legal documents. And now, fans are revisiting all of Brittney's past behavior, looking for clues. This one comment stood out. Didn't any of her teammates ever find it weird that she never dressed down? I mean, come on. After years of playing together, you'd think someone would have noticed something. Meanwhile, we all know Stephen A. Smith isn't the type to drop a bombshell and walk away. He's coming for everyone involved, not just Brittney, but the entire circle that's been protecting her for years. And if these DNA leaks turn out to be real, the WNBA could be staring down the biggest scandal in its history. The worst part? It looks like Brittney's being set up to take the fall for all of it. She's spiraling right now, scrambling behind the scenes, trying to cover her tracks and control the narrative. But what do you guys think? Is this all just social media speculation gone wild, or is there actually more to Brittney Griner than meets the eye? Also, what are your thoughts on Stephen A. Smith's approach to exposing all this? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to check out the next video, and please, make sure you subscribe for more updates.